you want to lock in your trades and you also want to protect your downsides at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures education and training program. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com. I am Mark McSee. I'm one of the moderators here at American Dream Trading, which was created by and formed by, incorporated over 4.5 years ago by Chad Christian, whom we call Coach. That's our term of affection for him as he coaches us through everything investing, whether it's in stocks options, crypto, futures, and long-term investing, short-term investing, day trading, swing trading, stock options as far as covered calls and covered puts and IRAs, all these different things. Anything that we traded that we can invest in, Coach educates us on how to do that on our own. We're glad you could be here with us today. If this is your first time being here today, I ask that you click that subscribe button. We are live on all the social media platforms, such as YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Kick, you name it. Any of those major social media platforms, we are on it. Unfortunately, at the moment, we're not on TikTok with this. I'm not able to get on there with our streaming software that we use. Has an issue which they're trying to resolve. It's more of they have to respond and fix that kind of thing. So that'll hopefully be back up soon. So if you have only one account with us, right? If you're only watching on YouTube, make sure you go over to Facebook or LinkedIn or X or, any of the other ones out there, Twitch, right? And get an alternate account, because if something happens with the zeros and ones on the interwebs, you may not, YouTube's not working for whatever reason one day, at least you'll be able to access it somewhere else. I do implore you to do that every day. And those who didn't do that or that are only on TikTok only are missing out on our live feeds. Now, of course, you can always go after the conclusion of all of our live programs. You can go back and watch the replays over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. And I would encourage you to do that. So thank you for being here today. Make sure you have those subscribe buttons clicked and also your notify buttons. And if you go one little step further for me today is to share this live feed. Just click your little share button there and share it out to your social media contacts. Be greatly appreciated. And also for those of you on YouTube, smash that thumbs up button and that will help our algorithms. So every little bit of things that you can do to help this grow even more is greatly appreciated. As such, if you do have any questions, because this free program is geared to you, those who aren't members yet of AmericanDreamTrading.com, and if you have a question related to futures trading or education, something you would like me to talk about in specific, you are able to enter that into your social media chat box there. So just type your question and we'll try to do our best to answer that question live as time allows. So we're thankful that you could be here today. It was a pretty good day today. For those who were in the market, people made a lot of money today and continue to make a lot of money. The major indices all took off this morning after an initial pullback. So our members made a lot of money going to the downside at the open, and they also made a lot of money after it started climbing again about a quarter till 10, all the way clear up to 11:30. And now they were making money going down again, and then they were making money up going up, and then they made more money when it went down, and then they were able to trade money going up and then trade money going down, and now they can make money as it's going up right now. So that's one of the great things about futures versus just trading straight stocks, right? generally, unless you have a margin account with your broker to trade stocks, you can only trade one way, and that's up. As the price goes up, you can get in on there and capitalize on that. But when it goes down, you may be limited because you can't short a certain stock, right? Because you don't have an approved margin account. And not all stocks are shortable anyway, right? It has to be available to be shorted. With futures, we don't have that issue. We can trade when it goes down, which is called a short, and we can trade when it goes up, which is called a long. So we make money when the market goes down. We make money when the market goes up. And guess what? We even make money when the market goes sideways. Well, how do you make money when the market goes sideways, Mark? Glad you asked. It's called channel trading, right? You get into a period of consolidation, you can trade a channel, a narrow channel. So, you look right here, maybe, I'm not saying this is a great example of a channel, but you could do it, right? Just kind of hung out here for a little bit. You could have played that bounce off of VWAP, played it up to your historical level here that I have already a line charted on there. When it bounced off that, you can play it right back down to VWAP. As you can see, it left VWAP, come up, hit that historical line, came right back down, hit VWAP, so you could have made money up there, and then went short down to VWAP, catch the bounce, right? And then it went back up a little bit, and then rejected, and then it started a downtrend. So that's how you can channel trade when things get like that. And there's times when the whole entire market's like that. So that's an important skill that you need to acquire over time, is how to channel trade when things just don't move that much, right? They get into this narrow trading window, or as we call it, a channel, right? Same thing down here. See, it came down, bounced off this level down here, or this low, right? There's a line there. Well, it's not really a real line. Mine's down here a little further, but you can see where it stopped. I could easily pop a line right there, right? Came down, bounced off this line here, went up, back down, up to this critical level, back down, and then it went sideways for a little bit. You could have did a little bit of quick scalping there if you wanted to. It'd been tough, but you could do it. Came back down, and now it's going back up to that same level. And it may bounce right off of VWAP and go right back down again. So the learning to recognize these type of actions can really be a profitable endeavor for you once you understand how to use that. And again, you have to apply a different trading strategy versus just going straight up or straight down. But it all results in the same thing: making money. Who likes to make money? Oh, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sitting here explaining. Thank you. Yes. Yes. What? There we go. Is that better? Thank you.
Thank you.
It was. Were you on YouTube? Could see it, couldn't they?
Yeah, YouTube's good.
Oh, okay. Good, because I was pointing at the screen the whole time. Sorry, guys. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You're paid members, and you have received education here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. All right. Yes. Well, Mark can barely go through one session without goofing something up. It's amazing, right? I never cease to amaze my level of incompetence at times. So there's lots of buttons to click here to do all this, right? So welcome to Jesse and everybody else I see over there on YouTube and the other social medias. If you're over there on Twitch, how about saying hi? Same way when you come in here on YouTube and all the other socials, say hello. Hello to all of you. So we're also over on Kick also. So if you're over there watching us today, make sure you say hi over there also. Okay, what else we got? Well, let's take a quick walk around the block while we're sitting here. The metals, how did they do today? Well, they did pretty good. There was a lot of nice movement on them, but they did go through a series of chops after the day. We had a lot of our members that were in early in the metal markets. Got a nice ride up here, beginning of the day, beginning of the main session. But prior to that, they had some really nice runs. There was a nice one here at, about 5:45 in the morning, and another one running down at 8:45 this morning. But for our members who even get up earlier than that, like I usually do, but I didn't today, look at the nice run up over there. That started around 3 a.m. this morning. So around 3 and 4 a.m. this morning, 5 a.m., you could have made some nice, serious money. If you want to make money, you'll find a way to get out of bed, right? The markets don't wait while we sleep. As I found when I overslept this morning and got up and looked at my gold chart, because that's always the first thing I look at. Gold is one of my favorite things to trade. And I got to look at that, and I'm looking like, oh, this is the first thing I saw was, right in here. So I went, oh, Lord, look at that, right? And I forget now what I did. I always do this. See how much I cost myself by sleeping in. There was $1,900 there that I could have made on one contract. Okay, and I am usually trading 2 or 3 contracts of GC at a time. This week I am. I usually trade 2 on average. This week I upped my game a little bit. I'm trading 3. So you take the just say 1,800 times 3. You see how much money I gave up by sleeping, right? And this is when I'm normally up. But because I didn't wake up, because I don't set an alarm, I just wake up and then I get up and do it. Why? Because I was able to retire from working a 9 to 5 job from the education and training that I received at AmericanDreamTrading.com. So, I mean, does this not happen every day? Yeah, there's always something that you can trade, right? I could have easily made that money, same money back by getting in over here right before 10 o'clock and riding it up also, right? So there's always something to trade. There's always something moving up or down, right? Can't catch them all, as a matter of fact, right? Yeah, apparently I needed to sleep. My body said, sleep today. That was more important. Now, did I make money today? Yes, I did make money today. So I did okay for what I needed to do. And then I left and went and ran some errands for a couple hours. And then I came back and we started our training here at noon live with our paid futures members. And we did a lot of helping out on setups and things within TradingView and Webull, and answered questions and looked into things. Doug did an excellent job today training on using Webull with TradingView and things to watch out for and be aware of, how to adjust things within the TradingView software. So did a lot of training today. It was very beneficial to our members, as we always have new members in here starting out. So those things help, and it's always a good reminder to us that's been here for a while on some of the things we may have forgotten, right? There's always, especially with this TradingView software, it's just a beautiful piece of software as far as I'm concerned. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. I mean, you can put a million things on your chart. Not that that's beneficial to you, but you can if you want to. It's your chart. You can put whatever you want on it, right? So anyhow, that's one of the things, some of the things we talked about today. So gold had a nice run. Copper had some nice runs. It was choppier today, but we had members make some good money off of that today. It really dropped earlier today. I've seen some members post about how well they did with copper. It started about at 8 o'clock, 8:30-ish downtrend, and now it just kind of popped up a little bit and is leveled out. Again, it's that time of the day. Metals, you've heard me say, kind of slow down in the second half of the day. I believe silver had a nice run also. I didn't look at silver today, but you can see it had a nice run also. So a lot of that has to do with tariff concerns, inflationary concerns. People tend to flee to the metals markets for a place to put their money, maybe make more on their money. That's their perception anyway, right? Perception's what drives the markets. So even crude oil had a nice little pop to it today. It's back up to around the 69.88 level, trying to break above that 70. It keeps getting there. Got real close today. Got up to 69.97, it looks like, for its high. And as always, we have our major indices. They are always moving up and down, and that's why people like to trade them. You can make a lot of money trading them also, and you can lose a lot of money in a heartbeat trading them also, right? With every investment comes an element of risk. You have to learn how to manage that. And the first and easiest way to manage your risk to the downside in your trade is by always, always, always using stops in each and every trade that you do. Matter of fact, that's, if you look at Coach's list of rules, that's the number, one or two on his list, right? Never lose more than 1 and 3% of your total account, and one every day in any one day, and also always trade with stops. You don't want to limit your upside, but you want to protect the downside on losing money. So as you can see, the markets are just kind of, now tomorrow we have PCE numbers coming out. That's the one the Fed looks to whenever they make their interest rate decisions. It gives a good overview of the economy in general, and that comes out tomorrow morning. So that is kind of really the biggest one this week. Yes, we had unemployment numbers, and they were a little bit lower. It was pretty much a nothing burger as far as affecting the market dramatically one way or the other. But tomorrow's the report, and that's the PCE, and that comes out tomorrow, which is Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, and that would be this number right in here. So that's the big one that everybody be waiting for. Whether that's good or bad, the market will react probably accordingly to that. As you can see, we had some new record highs today. I'm looking at my chart that I didn't update, so I can see I have a new record high. This was the previous 52-week / record high. Now the record high is 3071, so I need to adjust my chart here real quick. So now I can come in here in Trading View and type in 3071.3, hit my button, and it moves that line right up to that. And I have that line locked there. That'll stay there until I decide to move it on purpose. And it's locked. I can't accidentally erase it because I do reset my charts from time to time. So anyhow, there we go. All right. Anybody have any questions in the social media networks there? I don't really see any. See a lot of greetings, but I don't see anybody asking a particular question. So if you have one, type it in there. Let me see here. Let me go over here and click this button real quick. I need to get my, where's it at? It's over here somewhere. All right. Get back up here. Double click that again. And where did it go? It's there somewhere. Oh, well, I'll look at that later. Little setting there that needed tweaked. So, anyhow, back to our regularly scheduled program. I mentioned Coach's rules. He has a set of 7 rules, 8 rules, and they're not designed actually to make you money. You would think, well, what's his rules for me to make money, right? Well, the way we learn to make money is by learning Coach's trading strategies, right? There's many strategies depending on what you're doing. You could have people that scalp, which is what I am basically, which means I'm getting in and out of trades. I'm grabbing the momentum as it goes up. I'm going to grab my profits. As soon as it pulls back a little bit, I get out and then re-enter maybe later. I may do that 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day, perhaps, right? Depending on how overzealous I get. There's a 2-minute EWO strategy that Coach teaches, which is what everybody should be doing, including me. Get you a good entry without having to jumping in and out like a madman all the time, like I do sometimes. And that's a benefit of futures trading. You can get in and out of trades all day long because as soon as you exit a trade, your margin requirements for making that trade go right back into your account, and you have instant settlement of your funds. You don't have to wait till the next day to be able to retrade them funds. Now, that's a benefit, and it's also a potential negative, right? You can overtrade, you can get in and out too many times, right? You're incurring more transaction fees, and every time you click that mouse button, you're putting your account at risk again. So you're better off to let your runners run as much as possible. Get in at a good entry, let it go. Don't be jumping in and out 50 times in a 10-minute period, Mark. Let the thing ride. Trust your indicators, trust your historical lines that you've drawn on your charts, trust your education, trust your experience, right? And Coach teaches us how to do that. But he does have a set of rules that's actually not designed to make you money. They're the exact opposite. They are designed to make sure that you don't wreck your account. In other words, to protect. What you lose today, you cannot get trade tomorrow, right? So let me play Coach's rules for you. It's a couple-minute video here. I highly suggest, if you haven't already, that you write his rules down, that you memorize them, that you keep them posted in front of you, that you review them multiple times a day so that you don't end up blowing up your count. So let me play this here real quick for you. Hey, Coach.